Hey, what's up YouTube? Fear X Blaze here, back with another Minecraft drama video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Jack. I just wanted to make this tutorial about how I make my cinematics for Minecraft montages, because I've had literally like 6 people in my life ask me how I do it, and those 6 people just won't stop bugging me, man. So I need to make this video to shut them up. Basically, people have been asking me questions like, oh Jack, how do you get text in a Minecraft world? Oh Jack, how do you motion track? Do you use After Effects or what do you use? And oh my gosh, motion tracking is so hard. And you're right, it's hard, I guess. I used to do it in After Effects, but I don't anymore because of the new technique I'm doing it in, which is why I'm making this video. So basically, the only reason I'm able to make cool cinematics, or really any kind of dynamic effects in my Minecraft videos, are all through this really interesting, well-developed mod made by Crushed Pixel, I believe his name is. If I'm getting that wrong, I sincerely apologize. But basically, it's this mod, and I've been using it for about a year now. And it's just made my life so much easier in that editing Minecraft montage has been easier. It hasn't like given me money or anything. But anyways, I'm here to show you guys how to use it, just the basics of the mod. And that mod that I'm talking about today is called the Replaymod. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You remember when you played Halo when you were like 7? And you got this cool quad kill and you wanted to like submit it to Machinima when they had that like top 5 kills of the week series. And so you went into your little replay thing on Halo and you recorded that with your little camera or whatever. Well, basically they got that in Minecraft now, and it's pretty much the best thing ever. So I'm going to show you guys how to use that. Of course, links in the description to everything I'm using today because I'm not a jerk. I'm also going to link the Minecraft the Minecraft app data folder that I have, just in case, because I've had some people that I've tried to install it on their stuff, and it just doesn't work, and I don't know why. So I'll just give you all the exact versions that I use, so you can do it exactly how I'm doing it. Oh dude, Minecraft 1.10, what the heck? Added polar bear? What? Oh my god. Dude, they added a polar... Okay, I gotta check that out. I honestly hadn't seen that before. Anyways, I'm using Minecraft Forge. You need Forge for this. I mean, you need Forge for everything. And it's not actually... You can't use Optifine with the mod, which is one of the only downsides of the mod. But I'll show you why you actually don't need Optifine. You don't need good FPS to use this mod. I'll show you that later. But I'm using Minecraft 1.8 Forge, 11.14.3.1487. Once again, links in the description and everything. So let's boot this up. So this is pretty much the most intense mod I've ever seen, and by intense I mean it's just so packed with features and functionality that it's kind of hard to explain it all in one video. So this is just kind of going to be the basics of everything. If you want more documentation, the people who made the mod have just pages and pages on their website of how to do things with this mod and all the things it offers. So you can check that out. They've made video tutorials too, so I'll link some of those. And basically, the only thing you're going to see different from this installation and your installation when you install for the first time is it's going to ask you to make a Replaymod.com account, which it seems sketchy because a Minecraft mod usually doesn't ask you to make an account. But believe me, they're probably not stealing your info, so don't freak out. So yeah, this is going to be the starting screen, and you're going to notice a few different things. These 3 things: Replay Viewer, Replay Editor, and Replay Center. The only thing I ever use is Replay Viewer. You could probably use the editor, but it's kind of clunky. Replay Center is basically why they have you make an account. It's because you can upload your replays when you take them up to the website, like replaymod.com, and you can see everyone else's like and dislike it. Oh my gosh, it's like Reddit, but for 58-minute long build UHC clips. Good lord. I don't know why people think that they watch that. But anyway. Basically, the way this mod works is it's a cinematic mod and a replay mod, like all in one. You've probably used, if you're like an editor of any kind of sort in Minecraft, then you probably know what a cinematic mod is. It's like you set point A, point B, and you kind of like go around in a circle in real time, and it makes it look cool, right? Well, basically, replay mod lets you do that, but there's no pressure at all to get the shot right the first time. So let's go into a multiplayer world here. And also, you can do it at multiplayer worlds. You can't really do that with most cinematic mods. They'll kick you for flying. So let's go into Badline here, for example, because it's the best server ever, right? And you'll see up in the top left corner, I believe that's on by default, it says recording. So basically every movement that you're making right now, it's recording it. Me jumping on here, it's recording it. That guy moving, it's recording it. All the entities and all the blocks and everything that's being loaded is being recorded into a separate file right now. It's pretty crazy. So for example, by the way, OG Minor Jag skin, you can tell it's the real me. Can we talk about for a second, why do I have a white belt with like a blue gradient stud while having also a black suit with a green tie and 3D glasses? I'm just saying, they would not let you into any kind of wedding with this kind of formal attire. Anyway, side note. So let's just sit here and walk forward, okay? Let's say our cinematic is just going to be me walking forward for this example. So I'm walking. Just walk forward to the end of this, and I'll disconnect. So now it kind of saves it for a little frame there. And then when you go to your replay viewer, you're going to see it up here. 55 seconds, na.badline.net, the date, the time, everything. It's kind of crazy. These are all the ones I've ever recorded. These are just, like, it records in the background all the time, so even if I'm not trying to record, I'm just playing Hypixel, it's still recording it. So you can, it's also a good way to report hackers. Like if someone's hacking in your game, you can just go back to the replay later and then record them from a third angle. So it's kind of crazy when you start out because you can see, hey, that's me, and I'm in a third person and you can move around. It's just like you're a spectator on a server, but you don't have to get like mod or anything to do it. So you can see it's my little dude running around. And you can see all the other dudes running around too, and it's all basically real-time how it was recorded. There's never any lag. I don't really know how it's done, but it's pretty easy to use. So you can see me standing there talking about my skin. So let's skip ahead in this little timeline here. It's easier to skip ahead than behind for the record. And you can pause and unpause the replay here. So that's where I start walking. So I'm going to put it in 1 speed. I usually record in half speed, but for this example, let's just make it 1.0. So this is me, and you can stop and slow it down and all this stuff. And you see the second timeline here? This is how you're actually going to record your cinematics, all right? So let's say, let's say my shot that I want is me walking down while I'm in the little right third here. I just want to follow me while I'm in the right corner there, walking across. So you go up here and you add position keyframe and add time keyframe. Now time keyframe, basically, it just says, okay, 42 seconds into this recording is when we want to start the cinematic. And the position keyframe says, okay, this is where I want to be in this position, looking in this direct area when the cinematic starts. So it's all kind of complicated. It's just how different things talk to each other. Let's play that. And let's say I wanted to end right there. So we unpause, and then if you hit V, you can see the second timeline kind of skips ahead about 4 seconds. And that's in real time. So about 4 seconds in, I'm going to be at my last point here. So I'm going to hit time, because you need 2 time keyframes and 2 position keyframes to record, just so you know. It'll give you an error if you don't do that. So let's say I want it to end right about here, add position keyframe, and then you just skip back here, hit play, and boom, you got a cinematic. Now I believe if you hit F1, yeah, it gets rid of all the name tags. So this is how it's actually going to look. It's pretty cool, right? And now you might be saying, well, Jack, when you were in that world, you weren't recording with shaders or a texture pack. So how do you do shader stuff? Do you have to do that in real time? Nope. You can just change it here, man. It's pretty simple. So I'm just going to put on Ultra here, my awesome shaders. And I can change that in post. I can also put on a texture pack if I want to, but I don't really want to. So here's another thing that I was worried about when I first started using this is my FPS on my computer ain't great when I'm doing shaders ultra. Like, it's being kind of quiet right now, but my computer is usually very loud when I put on shaders, and it records at about 20 FPS, as you can see right now. So you don't have to be worried about that when you're recording cinematics anymore. You don't have to be dealing with 24 FPS shader cinematics. That's not even, you can record it as much as you want. And the reason for that is because Replaymod has its own built-in render functionality. So you hit render camera path here, and you have all these different options. Default rendering is basically what you're going to want to use. MP4 high quality, 1920 1080, that's true HD. Video frame rate, you can take this up to 120 if you want. You can put it down if you want, but you don't want to. I usually record at 60 FPS. If you're doing something super slow motion-y and cinematic, you can set it to 120, but I just use 60 because I don't do good things. I just do clips of people running around SG. So 60 FPS, and then you can set it to wherever you want to save it. I want to save it to raw tutorial. I'm just going to make it test 1. And then there's advanced settings too. You can render name tags. You almost never want to do this because if I'm wearing someone else's skin, like say I'm dressed up as like Huawei or something, and it says minor jag, you don't want that. So usually I don't render name tags. Stabilized camera, I actually don't know how to use these. I should figure it out one day, but I just don't know. Chroma keying, this is actually a cool option. You turn this on, you can set the sky color to whatever you want it to be. So I can hit red, and basically when I render it out, all the sky up here, these clouds, are going to be replaced with a red solid color. And the cool thing you can do with that is then you can green screen it in your editing program and add like an image or static or something. Kind of give it an edgy look. Inject 360 metadata. This is another cool thing that Replaymod does, which I haven't ever seen anyone use to its potential, but at least in MCSG montages. You can record legit 360 view Minecraft cinematics. You know those 360 videos that you see on Facebook and like sometimes on YouTube, where you can just turn around your phone or like spin the little wheel and you can look in different directions? You can do that in Minecraft too, using the replay mod. So to do that, I'll just show you real quick. Instead of default rendering, you just say equirectangular rendering. You hit that, and then you go to advanced settings and hit inject 360 metadata. It's all you have to do, and it makes it 360. I've done it before, it's actually super cool, but no one's really done it for a montage yet. So anyways, I'm rambling, just hit render. Pretty much the default settings are all you're going to want to use. Don't use show preview because it slows things down. I'll do it just so you guys can see, unless it won't let me. Okay, never mind, I won't. It basically just shows a thumbnail here of what you're rendering, but it just makes your performance slower, so I usually don't use it. And then, it's done. Let's start right there. Now I'm actually going to put the speed at 0.5, which is half. You can see if you play here, it's half speed. And I like to do that just because it feels a little more cinematic. And then I can speed it up in post to make it a little faster and I won't drop any frames. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to have the cinematic basically be me pulling back here as I walk across the right. And so I want some text to be here. Now I actually didn't make any text beforehand, so let's see if I can find one. Now you're going to want to hit G. But first, before we hit G, if you hit this little arrow in the corner, you can pull up all the different hotkeys. So we're going to hit G for Asset Manager. We're going to G, hit Add, and then it's going to ask you for an image file. So I'm going to find one. Projects, video, montages. Let's do a C-Scoop one. So I believe these were them. So hit in Untitled here. Yeah, C-Scoop Presents right here. So you can see I have an asset now. Then you hit F, hit Add, and I'm going to say C-Scoop Presents. Go to Asset File, find the asset you just added, and then bada bing, it's in your Minecraft world. It's a little small right now, obviously, so you can edit all that in the Asset Manager. Usually make it like 600 by 600, and then change the orientation to be pointing at the camera. So I want to be like right here, and then it's really weird because I wish this box here wasn't here because you can't really see it. But we're just going to get it into position here, right about there. And then lower it a little bit. Okay, so that's basically what we want. So now, as you can see, you don't have to do any motion tracking. It's just a physical part of your environment here. Super simple. Now, I'll show you what I mean with the transparency thing that I was talking about. So if we put on eddy shaders, and then we look up, can't see the text anymore. And I truly don't know why this happens. It's just a thing with the functionality of shaders in this mod. So either be looking at a ground or be putting it on a wall or something that's opaque. That's the only advice I can give you. And still it's going to look a little transparent. So we're just going to do this. This is our frame. And another cool thing, there's so many cool things in this thing, in this mod, things in this thing. If you hit J and then hit L, you can just tilt the frame as much as you want. Oh God, I'm getting sick. And then you can hit K to just kind of go back to normal. So you can have it start here and kind of do it slowly, get some cool effects. So we're going to start with J here, just a little bit, raise up a little. And we're going to say add position keyframe and add time keyframe. Now you see it went green. This is something that I forgot to disable. Just hit H if this pops up. Just want to disable that. I'll go over that in a little bit about miscellaneous settings. So that's where we want it to start out, and then we'll play ahead in the timeline until I walk a bit forward past the frame. And then I'll tilt it a little bit with L, just a tiny bit, and then I'll move just a tiny bit. And then we hit V, add position, add time. Now you can obviously do more than 2 keyframes. I'm showing you the most basic stuff. And you can have it like jumping up in the air and flying around doing crazy things. I'm just showing you super basic how to use this mod, right? So we're just gonna do that, hit play camera path. Bada bing. Text is there, no sliding, no errors. It's slowly tilting, very cinematic. Props to me for doing that. Now, let's see. Oh, here's another thing. If you go into your asset manager or your object manager, you can see yet another timeline. We've got like 3 timelines. So you can see here all the seconds in the replay. And right now these are boxes for basically position, scale, and orientation. You can also edit opacity. So as you can see, it's fading out there. So I actually did this on C-Scoop's montage. I started out at 0, and then I had it kind of raise up to 18, I think, and then a little down, a little back up, a little down, and then to like 100. So it kind of flickered into existence. So let's see if I can show you that. It would look kind of like this. You can also make the orientation kind of twirl here if you wanted to do that kind of thing. I've seen it used before. So then when you go through the replay, you can see it kind of twirl into existence. So let's say we wanted to do that, right? We don't, because it looks stupid, but let's say we did. So we're just gonna render it now. Same settings. We have to navigate all the way back for some reason, I don't know why. Go to raw, tutorial, test 2, and render. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a comment on any questions you have or any errors you had while installing it, and I'll try and figure it out for you. Otherwise, please spam tweet Huawei to let me make him a montage. Other than that, really don't know what to say. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.